I want to share a little story about my lived experience of how I've really started to deeply love how I express certain emotions. And I think one of them is glee, and how I, from a young child, can recall these moments where just the little things, what we call like the little, like the cheap thrills, like those little opportunities to find extreme joy and glee, and how my body hasn't really changed on how it expresses. And it brings in such a playful side for me in my daily life, but also just like this deep authenticity of this is me, like at the core. This is me being able to express such a powerful emotion of being gleeful and having these moments of expression through like squealing excitement and squeezing my hands and like I do this little like hands to my chin, and I'm just needing some grounding pressure because there's so much energy. So that is a tool that I notice, and have had some moments of being self-conscious about where it's just needed to be a motor output because I just had all this energy and it needed to come out. And now this reflection of like, that's me. It's me, Bethany the OT. And if, I want to be able to support my clients in utilizing their own sensory tools, I need to deeply acknowledge the tools that I recruit and bring into my daily life in a full, deep acceptance of these are the things that help me feel grounded. These are the things that help me feel very powerful in the pausing, listening, and noticing that this deep intuitive knowing of if you do this, how powerful that is for this lovely, lovely joint compression and deep pressure. And this high pitched excitement. I notice the like tightness in my throat, but it's also just like output of excited energy, excited noise. And how in past experiences in my life, feedback from others has been harder to hear. Why do you squeal like that? Why do you do that with your arms? Why are you so strange? Those have been questions that I have had from individuals in my past. And they brought moments of deep reflection. They definitely did. And now thinking back, like, those are lovely lessons to acknowledge that these are the things that I do. Might be perceived as strange, weird, odd. I don't really care. Don't subscribe to the judgment. Standing in my deep truth of moving forward with the things that help me from a young age be me. Those are the things that bring such fierce authenticity, is the ability to express emotions in the way our body needs to express the emotions. And if there's motor output movements, just a deep acceptance of, oh, all right, buddy, you needed that. Here you go. And it's so deeply empowering. It really is. And it's such a confidence builder to know that I'm standing in my deep truth of who I am. This is my personality. I'm goofy. I'm playful. I get really excited sometimes. And I sometimes hear from clients that I work with of like, you know, I don't know if I'm processing this in the right way, and I always go back to this question to them of this reflection piece of like, is it impacting function? Is this completely impacting my ability to do something? Definitely not. Do I look a little quirky when I do it? Probably. Would it bring in curiosity of others without judgment? of what's she doing? Why is she doing that? Gosh, I've noticed that she does this thing. Like, huh, I wonder what that is about. It brings in a curiosity. And that's what I really invite when I work with clients is, you know, it might not be normal. It doesn't need to be normal. The ability of processing different sensations, the ability of different brains processing how we think, neurodivergent, neurotypical, just how we move through our world in our own individual, authentic self. I just invite you to stand in this beautiful, deep truth of the things that your body needs, and then noticing how you feel after you've just like allowed it to move, have the somatic release, have a sensation in your voice, or change in your body, and just notice any shifts that you feel when you just kind of deeply acknowledge and deeply accept and deeply allow this to come forward. So I invite you to just take a little moment of reflection. If there are times where maybe you have experienced feedback from others, as I've shared, that maybe brought emotions such as shame, embarrassment, or questioning. And if there are those deep, deep, energetic feelings, could EFT tapping be a supportive tool for releasing this energy? Done a lot of very powerful work with EFT tapping to release some of those big, heavy emotions like shame and embarrassment, and bring in self love and bring in this beautiful acceptance of who I am as this individual, playful, goofy person, and tapping into this very lovely energy that just exudes from me. And I wish to share it with the world. Um, so I just invite you to think of moments where maybe a dampering has occurred from societal standards or from family expectations or from just your own expectations, and acknowledge and have this like questioning, like, is that impacting function? Like, could I just allow this energy to move through me without judgment, without this like thinking back to, oh, I shouldn't have done this. Maybe a rumination. I definitely experienced that as well. Like a rumination of times where I've been so over the top excited that sometimes people are like, whoa, Bethany. And I acknowledge that there is always a balance. But I also deeply acknowledge the importance of speaking your truth and being your own authentic self, and how powerful it is to step in to this acknowledgement of, these are my tools. I love my tools. These are the tools, and these are my emotions, and I express them openly, and I love myself deeply for listening to my heart, my soul, and my body.
So you learn holistic tools to help you feel empowered through your senses, calm, relaxed, and resilient, supporting you to feel empowered throughout your day.